7th chapter. And I know I'm going to have to wait for you. No. The 2 Kings, the 7th chapter. I know 2nd and 7th probably sound alike when I say it. But the 2nd chapter, 2 Kings, 7th chapter. Most of you within essence. When y'all have 2 Kings 7, please say amen.
Amen.
Again, if you got to look in the front of the Bible to find it, that's what it takes. Take it. I learn to make sure that I get ready, no matter where. So, you were preaching all that time and still can't find church today? I got sense. I'm looking in front of it if I have to. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
I remember that, I read a lot and I try to know a whole bunch of things about a whole bunch of subjects and stuff. I read where Albert Einstein never knew his phone number. He never knew anything that he could find. He retained stuff in his head that he couldn't find. So if he could find his phone number in the phone book, he didn't retain that. This man was one of the smartest men in the world, but couldn't tell you what his phone number was. Because he didn't use his brain for that part. He didn't use his brain to be taken up by useless stuff that he could find anywhere else. Now me, I'm totally different, but I got a whole bunch of useless information sometimes. Somebody say, man, I can sit there and look at Jeopardy board about winning every week, but it's a bunch of useless information. But use what you can. We got a Bible that has electronic. It's easy just to push it right there and go where it needs to be. But if you don't have one of those, look in the index and get where it's supposed to be. So you got 2 Kings, the 7th chapter. Amen. All right, here's what I'm going to read. I'm going to start reading at the 3rd verse. Y'all bear with me as I read a few verses. About 6, 7, I guess, or 8, whatever. But it says in the 3rd chapter, and there were 4 leprous men at the entering of the gate, and they said one to another, "Why sit we here until we die? If we say we will enter into the city, then the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit still here, we die also. Now therefore come and let us fall upon the host of the Syrians. If they save us alive, we shall live. If they kill us, we shall but die." And they rose up in twilight to go into the camp of the Syrians. And when they had come to the utmost part of the camp of Syria, behold, there was no man there. For the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a voice of chariots, and a voice of horses, even a voice of a great host. And they said one to another, "Lo, the king of Israel has hired against us the kings of the Hittites and the kings of the Egyptians to come upon us." Wherefore they rose and fled in the twilight, and left their tents and their horses and their asses, even the camp as it was, and fled for their life. And when these lepers came to the uttermost part of the camp, they went into one tent and did eat and drink, and carried them silver, gold, and raiment, and went and hid it, and come again and entered to another tent, and carried thence also, and went and hid it. Thank the Lord for the reading of the word. Thank the Lord for reading 2 Kings, the 7th chapter, the 3rd through the 8th verse. And my message is probably something that you need to tell somebody else today. Rise above your situation. Do something. Can you tell somebody, rise above your situation? And do something. Rise above your situation and do something. You may be seated in the house of the Lord. There's a lot of times we're in situations that the situation that we're in, we're not doing anything about it. Amen. And the situation that we're in drains us. There's something that we're in that is not healthy for us. But we stay right where we are. We stay in that situation and do nothing about it. Today I'm telling you to rise above your situation and do something. Because a lot of times the situations that we're in are sometimes from not on our own liking. Or sometimes they are of our own doing, sometimes they're not. But whatever the situation is, how many know you can do something about it?
Amen.
That's if you're motivated enough to say that I don't like where I am. There's a lot of people that stay in a situation because they like where they are. I know you're quiet on that, but when you really get disgusted and tired of something, you say, I can't deal with this no more. You don't deal with it anymore.
Absolutely.
But sometimes people, a lot of times it's fear. I'm scared that I'm comfortable where I am, so I'm scared what the next move is going to be. You got to understand, you can't be worried about what the next move is going to be. Because if you're living in the Lord, the faith is something that you don't see. Faith is something that you move toward. Faith is something that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm believing in the Lord that my next move is going to be all right. Amen. How many believe that your next move is going to be all right? Amen. That's the next move. So the situations around you, you might be stuck in a situation, but I'm telling you, you can rise above whatever that situation is, but you got to do something to do it. That's a lot of times we let any activity to make you not do something and stay right where you are.
Amen.
There are people that stay in bad relationships, that stay there.
Amen.
No, it's not good for them, but they just stay in there. Sometimes you got to rise above it and do something about it. Some of you know you can be in a better job, but you're still where you are. Some of you know you can do some other thing. You know you're smart enough to get your next degree, but you haven't done anything about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. I know all of us have things and aspirations of things that we want to do, but we're still where we are right now. When we could have done something better about it. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
So, and then it says, and there were 4 lepers men at the gate. At the entering in of the gate. So these were 4 leprous men. 4 men. And they were lepers, so they had this disease in them, which was the most terrible disease during that time that somebody could contract. It was leprosy, and leprosy was a disease where it got boils all over their body, and they got sores and everything, and it was such a bad disease that the priest said that if you touch somebody that got leprosy on it, it was the same as you had leprosy, so you had to be excluded from the population also. So these leprous men were excluded from the city. They could not go in the city. You see, they said the 4 men at the entering in of the gate, so they couldn't go inside because they had leprosy. Because they had this leprosy on them, which excluded them from society, they could not go couldn't deal with people, so they had to stay outside the gate. And it said it was 4 of them. They got together. Have you ever heard that expression, misery loves company? Amen. So it seems like they were all in misery together. You know, have you ever seen a bunch of complaining folks sometimes? The whole group of them complaining. The whole group of them whining. They find somebody that's just like them, and they hang out with them, and that's the whiniest, most terrible group of people. You don't want to deal with them at all. I don't know about you, but this is Pastor Tyson talking. There's a bunch of whiny people I don't want to deal with all the time. Amen. Anybody say, come on, somebody say, somebody help me out to say amen.
Amen.
I don't even by myself today.
Amen.
All the men say amen.
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 And sometimes there's people that you just say, Lord have mercy. Because you know, every time that group get together, there's a problem. They can't find nothing positive to say about something. The misery loves company. It looked like all these 4 men were in misery. And they got together. They banded it together because they knew none of them could go in the city. Ain't no need of us sitting beside each other. We all outside the gate, so we might as well hang out together. So they all was outside the gate. They couldn't go in. But they said, why sit we here until we die? They were sitting outside the gate. They couldn't go in. There was a famine in the land, so they won't get no food. So somebody in the group said, why sit here until we die? We standing out here, we sitting out here, and we die. What we going to do about this? What are we going to do? Sometimes you got to recognize what your situation is and see how bad it can be and say, well, I'm going to change my situation. I'm going to change the way I am. And this they understood, then one of them said, why are we sitting here? Sometimes you got to get to the point and say, why am I doing this? Why do I continue to do this? Why am I still in this situation?
Amen.
He says, if we say we went into the city, then the family is in the city, and we shall die there. If we sit still here, we die also. He said, kind of telling the guy, we're going to die one way or the other. Won't we die trying to do something, make something better? Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
Why don't you work to trying to do something better and just sitting there idly by and knowing you're wasting away, knowing they're wasting away. Say, if we go in the camp, they're going to kill us, ain't no food in there, but we sit here, we're going to kill us. I'd rather go out and do something and try to do something a little better. I'm telling you all the while, you ought to want to do something a little better. Because you sit where you are, it ain't going to get no better.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
You stand where you are, it's not going to get no better. So why not try to do something better? You don't know what the end's going to be, but it might work out all right for you. Work all right. So rise above your situation. Do something. And it says, so their situation was that they were dying outside the gate. Well, that was one of my messages was going to be titled, dying at the gate. Dying at the gate. There's certain time that you could be in a situation where if you just step a little further, amen, what you really need is right inside. Amen. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
But you get so beat up so much, or you get so, you know, making that next move, and you find hurt in it so much that you don't want to make that next move. Amen. I'm reminded, and so a lot of you probably in their schooling, you heard of you know, they did experiments with Babylon and so some of the other guys. And what they did, they had they let the guy, a little dog go eat. Go eat. Let him out the cage and let him go eat. Then about 4 times when they let him go eat by himself, won't no problem. He can get out the cage and go eat. But then they put an electric shock that when he went so far, he got shocked. He got shocked. So he got shocked. So the first couple of times they let him go, he went and eat and everything. Then they put this device where they get shocked, where, you know, like this electrical fence thing. And so when he went a certain spot, he got shocked. So he didn't go any further. Then the next day they let him out. He got shocked. So he knew where his face was shocked we would be. About 4 times they let the dog out. But he had that electrical charge, and he got shot 4 times. So the next time, what they did is they took the electrical charge out, so there was no boundary for him. When he got shocked so much, the dog laid right there and starved for the next few days. Because it got shocked so much, it didn't want to try it anymore. Some of us are just like that. Sometimes we done went out and got hurt so much that we don't want to try no more. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
That boundary, that's an imaginary boundary that we put ourselves in that we don't want to move anymore because we got hurt when we moved before. I'm telling you that God has taken that boundary away from you. Don't stop it where you used to be hurt. God has already removed the boundary.
Thank you, Lord.
God has already removed it. If you believe God, God has already removed it for you. Let me show you what he did for them. See, because that was at the gate. That was their boundary. They couldn't go past the gate because they had the leprosy. But they said, we died out here with this leprosy. We don't have any food. We don't have nothing. So why are we sitting out here dying? So he said, now therefore come and let us fall. So now it's in the 4th verse. If we say we enter the city, then the family is in the city, we shall die there. And if we sit still here, we die also. Now therefore come and let us fall upon the host of the Syria. If they save us alive, we shall live. If they kill us, we shall die. I say, wait a minute. We'll die here or there. The food's inside. If we go in for the food, I'm going to try and get me something to eat. If they kill it, they kill it. But I ain't dying out here. They came to the point that I already died out here. If I got to die, let me die trying to do something.
Amen.
Let me die trying to better my situation.
Amen.
Let me die trying in a thing of acting. But see, sometimes we have a thing of inactivity when we should be doing something.
Amen.
But they came, you know, the old saying, something, now they ain't really that old. Say sometimes you get sick and tired. You get tired, but then you get sick and tired. When you get sick and tired, boy, you start doing something about it. I'm tired of this, I ain't dealing with this no more. And they kind of felt they got sick and tired, saying we out here starving, they in there partying, eating. We sitting out here starving, saying they're going to kill us, because we going inside now. These four little weak, little leprous men with swords and all over their body say, we didn't even die out here. And then it says, and they arose in the twilight. So they decided, let's do this plan. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. It got to be a point in your life that you decide, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm tired of suffering out here. I'm going to do it. I'm tired of dealing with this right here. I got to do something about it. So they rose. They rose. They rose. And then my message is rise above the situation. So they laid on people, now they rose up. So if they rose up in the twilight. So they got up to go into the camp of the Syrians. So they got past the gate, they went in the camp. And say when they went to the utmost part of the camp, behold, there was no man there. There was nobody there. They was worried about the Syrians. They were worried about the army that was there. But when they decided to get up and go beyond that imaginary boundary, they found out that there wasn't nobody there. That the adversary that they thought was there was already gone. Just imagine if they stayed outside, they would continue to starve. They could continue to die right there. But they decided, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to move forward. How many of you are going to move forward today?
Amen.
They're going to move forward and say, so they come to the outmost part of the campus, and behold, there was no man there. You don't know that the Lord might have already made a way for you, but you still standing right here.
Amen.
You still right here. You said, I can't get there because there's so much problem there. You don't know once you get there, God might have already taken care of everything.
Amen.
And that's what he did for these lepers. And it says, this is what happened. For the Lord, the 6th verse, for the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a voice of chariots and a noise of horses, even the noise of a great host. And they said one to another, lo, the king of Israel has hired against us kings of the Hittites and kings of the Egyptians to come against us. Wherefore they rose and fled in the twilight and left their tents and their horses and their asses, even the camp as it was, and fled for their life. They, the Lord, had put in their mind that somebody was coming after them. The only one at the gate was these 4 little leopard guys. These 4 guys with leprosy. But the Lord made them so scared, the ones that are in there, that they had to vacate the place. They had to vacate the place. See, there might be many people that have a lot, but God might have scared them on the way. But you have to go in and see what God has done.
Amen.
They made them so scared that they thought it was the kings, not the king. He thought the kings of the Hittites had started against them. The kings of the Egyptians had come against them. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. The 5th verse says, and they rose up in twilight. When they decided to go in, look what it says. 7th verse says, wherefore they arose and fled in twilight. At the same time that they made up their decision to go in, that was the same time that God run the people out. The same time that God run the people out. If they would have made the decision earlier, they probably would have been run out earlier. But the same time that they decided, we don't have enough, we ain't taking no more, we going in, that's when God moved and told the other people, you need to get out.
Amen. Yes, Lord.
So when you make a move, God can make a move.
Amen.
See, God could have done it a long time ago, but it was until they decided themselves that they had enough, then that's when God moves. You better understand that your movement sometimes makes God's move.
Amen.
Because he see that you want something, or he'll move because you'll move it. So I do want to see what they said. They fled in the night. They were so scared. These men, all they heard was sound. All they heard was sounds. But they were so scared that they went running. Because it says, they left their tents and their horses and their asses, even the camp as it was, and fled for their life. They could have jumped on the horse and got out of there, but they were so scared, they didn't even have sense enough to think about, I need to go on and jump on this horse and keep on going. That's how God works. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
They could have got on the horse, but they didn't mess with the horse. They just started running. They were so scared. God can make somebody that think they're brave, can have them running away from you. Can somebody say amen? Somebody that think they all of that. God can make it so that they get out of your way because you are his child. No matter what you look like and whatever you have other people think about you, God can work for you.
Amen.
God can work for you. Remember, these are guys that don't look all that great because they got leprosy, they got boils, they got sores. Probably at time flies on the sores and all of this stuff, so they didn't look that great. They probably weren't the healthiest guys because they hadn't been eating. They got sores and they ain't eating and they ain't drinking, they ain't doing nothing. They just existed. But it wasn't about how they looked. It wasn't about the ailments they had. It was just God was working for them. So I'm telling you, not about what you look like.
Amen.
It's not about what your ailments you have. But I know God can work for you no matter who you are.
Amen.
No matter who you are. He can make 4 little men have an army run away from him.
Amen.
That's how my God can do. And look what he said. I want to see. So these others fled for their life, and when these lepers came to the uttermost part of the camp, they went in one tent and did eat and drink. These dudes was hungry. Soon as they saw that food, probably like a banquet just sitting out there. You know, a banquet up on the tent. So there's a tent under there. They had shade. You know, just think about it. I want you to see this. They laying out there in the hot sun with no food, no drink, nothing. But when they get inside, there's a banquet already set up for them. Up in the shade. Now they up in the shade. They up in the tent, up in the shade. They got a buffet of food up in there. Lord have mercy. These guys are just as happy. See, some of you will be so happy when you finally make that move. Amen. When you finally make that move inside the gate and you find out that God has already worked things out. Amen. They ain't up in the hot sun no more. They got shade. They got these big old lamb chops, and they never see them, you know, they lamb and grapes and all this stuff. Boy, they just eating up in there. Glasses of wine. They just having themselves a good time.
Amen.
Lord have mercy. Your situation can change in a moment. Amen. Your situation can change in a moment. Amen. But your situation changing, gonna take you moving. Amen. It's gonna take a move from us. I tell you all the time that in the New Testament, in the miracles that Jesus did, just about all of them, and I'm sure there might be one or so that didn't happen, but most of them, it took some action on a person that got the miracle. They had to do something.
Amen. Amen.
If you look at the miracles of the Bible, the one with the issue of blood, she had to crawl on her legs and whatever and touch the hem of his garment. The man with the withered hand, Jesus was right there where he was. He could have just touched his hand, but he said, no, stretch out your hand. He had to make an effort to stretch out his hand. The man that was sick and was paralyzed and everything, they had to make sure that he come down through the ceiling. He had to come through the ceiling. So it was an effort on all of their parts that they had to do something. Jesus could have fed the 5,000 and just made food miraculously appear in front of everybody. But he made the disciples come up and get those baskets and physically hand them out to the people. So I'm saying, for your miracle to happen, you got to be a part of your miracle. Amen. You got to do something yourself. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
So what they did after they found out that I could go, after they found out that he went in the uttermost part, they went in one tent and did eat and drink. They carried for silver and gold and raiment went and hid it. Here's some guys ain't have nothing. Now they got everything. They was poor outside. Now that they walked in, they got silver, they got gold, they ain't have no clothes to put on. Now they got clothes to put on. God can change your situation in a moment. But you got to do something about your situation. Can somebody say hallelujah? Hallelujah. Can somebody say hallelujah? Hallelujah. You got to do something about your situation. That's why you got to make sure that you do something about it. So get up. Arise above your situation. Instead it says they went and hid it and came again and entered another tent and carried that so and went and hid it. They had so much stuff, they started stockpiling stuff. They started stockpiling stuff. When they ain't have nothing at first. God can make it so that you ain't have nothing at first. But when you decide to make that move, God can make it more than enough. Amen. He can make it more than enough. He can give you an overflow of things. How many know that God can give you an overflow of things?
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So don't let your situation put you down. A situation will put you down that you don't move and do nothing about it. You could actually die in that situation. But I'm telling you, rise above your situation. Rise above that problem that you have. Move ahead of it. Because I tell you that God can have everything already worked out for you. But some of you want to stay at the gate and die right at the gate. Amen. I'm telling you right now, get off the gate and start moving inside the gate. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 The Bible tells us, into his gates with thanksgiving. Amen. And then into his courts with praise. So you ought to be thanking God while you're outside at the gate. But I'm moving out, not outside. I'm going inside. I'm going and praising God inside. Coming in the world. I'm thanking him outside. But Lord, I want to go into a praise level, so I'm going inside. Yes. So rise above your situation. Hallelujah. Those people would have died right there. And wouldn't have never known the miracle that God had already planned. Amen. To happen. But see, here's the thing. I don't want you to forget this. Do not forget this. It both happened, it tells you, at twilight. They decided they was going to move at twilight. And at twilight, God started moving the other people out. God started moving the other people out. So here's the situation. Sometimes God already got a plan for you, but he's waiting on your move. Amen. Amen. He's waiting on your move. Amen. Sometimes the reason we ain't got things because we haven't moved on it yet. Amen. God got it already planned. As soon as they move, I'm going to go ahead and move what I have to do, but I'm waiting on them. At some point, they're going to get sick and tired, then I'm ready to move. But until then, let them stay in the same situation. Amen. Those four could have stayed and died out there. But until they decided, I done had enough. If I die out here, ain't doing me no good. If I just sit here, I'm going to die. If I go in, maybe they kill us, but at least I'm going to die trying. Can somebody say amen? Amen. And this is I'm going to try. I'm going to try. A lot of times we don't try, and that's why we don't get what we're supposed to get. We complain about things and all of that and stay outside the gate instead of moving inside the gate. Don't stay outside complaining. Start moving. Can tell somebody to start moving.
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 Let me move. Let me tell you what my subject matter again. It is rise above your situation and do something. Amen. Rise above your situation. Rise above your situation. Stop laying there and stop dealing with that. Because the enemy knows that once you start moving, God will start blessing.